Hello everyone, welcome back to some Oxygen Not Included. Today I just kind of want to do a short video on the last upgrade, which is the Tubular Upgrade. They added this little system right here, so we'll go over that and kind of explain it and what it's all about. So to unlock this, you do require some research, so if you go to your research station, hit research. Right here at the bottom, it's at the very end of the ventilation tree, and you also need a bunch of interior decoration as well. And you'll get the transit tubes, which unlocks the transit tube itself, the transit tube access, and the crossing, which allows it to go over walls and floor and all that. So once you get that all researched and done, if you look under your base, this is where it's located. So to make the transit access, where they actually go in, it's 800 kilograms of refined metal. So you will have to have metal refining, either this or the metal refinery. Get one of those going to get some metal. There's 800 kg of that. Once you get that, you can start building some tubes, which are these things. Now these require quite a bit of plastic. These 50 plastic per square. So you will have to make a lot of plastic to get these tubes going. And of course, here's that transit tube crossing, so it still seals off the room, and it allows the tube to go through it, which those cost 100 plastic to make. So again, it does use a lot of materials to make. It's also plus decor as well, and when they run across it, you see it does affect their run speed. Wait, what? Plus negative 50%. So I go, maybe it slows it down. I don't know. That's kind of confusing how it's green with the plus, but then it's negative. So I actually don't know. That's kind of strange. So the way it works is it does require power, and it stores, you see 40 kg down there. KJ, kilojoules I think is what it is. I don't really know if that's right, but it's like a large battery pretty much. So every time they use it, I think it's 10 it takes when somebody uses it. And it'll take them all the way through the tube, and then where they come out, you don't have to have another station. It can just be a tube that just dumps them somewhere, and then that's it. They'll get out. They won't be able to get back in that tube and go wherever. They need to have a station for it to actually get in, to go somewhere. So I think what we'll do is we'll kind of wait to see if anybody can go in it. But maybe we can force little Sally Pally here. If we get her to come down here, let's see if she'll use the transit station. So where does she go? So there she jumps in, and she goes all the way down. And someone else is going back up. So it does move a lot faster than if they were just to walk. And now she's going back because there's no reason for her to be down there. So then she'll go all the way back up top, through the tube. See, and it bypasses, see all this, there's all this slime lung kind of floating around. They won't be affected by that when they're in the actual tube. So it's kind of like a little safety thing. If you don't have any exosuits, but you have like a lot of plastic lying around, you could do that. Again, the negative to this is that it's really expensive to do. It also requires an insane amount of power. It's 960 watts for one of these. So if you have two, that's 2,000 watts just about right there. So you gotta have a pretty beefy power system to be able to actually handle all this stuff. Because it does require quite a lot of juice to actually run them. So that's pretty much the big thing. I don't know if they added the... That might be new too. I don't remember what all they added in this patch besides the tubes. The tubes is pretty much the biggest thing. But again, because it requires so many materials to build it, like this was insane to build. I've like a mini base up here for about 5 duplicates, and I have the main base down here that house 12 duplicates. So I have kind of like a fast transit for them. I don't have any exosuits yet. But the power that it requires is just insane. So I have 2 natural gas power plants. Here's one geyser for the plant, and here's the actual plant itself with 3 generators running full time. There's one. There's my petroleum plastic setup. There's refinement. There's petroleum. Here's my oil system. And then here's power plant number 2. 3 generators running with the geyser that's actually getting low. So for this particular map, I have to find another source of power, which I might do petroleum. But yeah, it's a pretty taxing setup, I think. I don't know. Can you do? Let's find out real quick. Look at that. So you can do like an intersection, which is kind of cool. I actually didn't know that. So you can have, you know, maybe have like a third one come in here to say if I do another base up here, I could have it connected to the middle of that, and then just have 3 transit stations instead of, like, you know, 2 side by side or something. So there you go. There's a little bit of useful information for you. You can actually make a little T or a plus intersection. But that's basically it. You know, nothing too fancy, so I just want to give a quick overview and kind of my thoughts. I don't know if it's really worth it, again, just because of how much power it uses. It's very demanding, so. Now see, you watch it. Yeah, that took 10 kilojoules, whatever they're called. And it uses the power to, you know, bring it back in, so. Got a little bit of a heat issue with my base, but we'll save that for later. That'll be another day's problem. So that's it for this. I just wanted to show you guys and yeah, kind of give a heads up. So be prepared to make a lot of plastic if you want to do this. It's very, very resource hungry, especially plastic. And plastic's not that easy to make. I've had issues since this patch has come out with polymer presses overheating insane amount. Like the heat just goes nuts. So just a heads up, be prepared to have issues with your polymer presses when they make plastic to kind of just overheat constantly. So that's about it for me. As always, I just want to say thank you all for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, or check out my Twitch or Twitter also if you haven't. But yeah, hope everybody enjoyed. I hope I get to see all of you next time.